What's going on, YouTube? My name is Dom, and today I'm coming at you with this formation video. But really quick before I get started, I did want to let you guys know that I am starting up a Ghost War League team, and if you want to be involved in the recruiting process or play on the team potentially, go ahead, check out this video from yesterday. It'll be in the top right corner of the screen, or the easy way is just to join my Discord. The Discord link is down in the comment section below. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's talk about formations. So if you guys are at all familiar with my channel, then you know that I've been planning on doing this chess video for a while about formation over composition. You know what that means is how your team is structured, the way it looks. Its form is way more important than what it's made out of. You know, for example, point man, predator, disruptor, sniper, whatever, man. It's way more important what it looks like and how it is formed than what it is made out of. And that is exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. Is formations. This is going to be the foundational video to the rest of my other ones. I'm hoping to bring into actual plays. I'm hoping to bring some actual plays that you can think about on certain maps, as well as different formations in future videos. It's going to be subject to them, but this is the foundational video. So anyway, let's go ahead, let's get started. Now, what I wanted to talk about today, well, there's a few things. Now, there are a few principles that you have to get down before you can actually go ahead and think about this logically and come up with your own things that I think of. So I was reading this chess book, and you have to think that this is about chess. It's not even about Ghost Recon or anything. But the shit that I was finding, the shit that I was reading was so fucking awesome. It basically seemed like it was made for Ghost Recon. But anyway, there are a few things that I think we need to get down in order to understand kind of the underlying principles of everything. And that is, you have a structure, and the moment it is changed is the moment it weakens and becomes vulnerable. So you have to think about it like that. When you have a structure, when your team is formed in a certain manner, someone leaves to go do something, someone goes to restock, someone dies, your structure immediately becomes weakened and you are vulnerable at that point. Now, that is something to think about on offense and defense. Also, the middle enjoys the greatest freedom. That's something to think about. When you get to the middle of the board, that is when you have the greatest freedom to move different lines of sight and whatnot. Now, keep in mind, other players that are there, i.e. the enemy team, are in those middle squares as well. They have the same amount of freedom too. So you really have to think about it. It's a give and take. Now, it's always important to develop the middle first because it has that greater range of freedom. And also, this is something I was thinking about as well, that was mentioned in the book. Putting pressure on flanks and stretches, or taking advantage of long lines of sight, can really shut down areas for your opponent. So let's say you're a sniper, or I think even artillery would be put in this class. You could put pressure on a certain alleyways, streets, whatever, flank, and you can basically shut off that route for the enemy team, and you can open it up for your own guys. So those are also things to think about when developing these. But these are sort of the foundational principles that I wanted to lay the ground first before I go into bigger and better things. But anyway, so one of the most important things I think is out there is recognizing, and look, I'm busting out the chessboard, is recognizing enemy formations right off the bat. Most of the time you're going to go into randoms and you're going to find something that looks like, that, or you're going to find something just completely ridiculous. This has no form to it. This is not a structure. Not a reliable one anyway. So this is something you might encounter in a random. And now here is something important as well that you have to think about. When you are gathering intel in those initial stages of the match, you also have to think in terms of three-dimensional. So let's say you have a team that looks like that from aerial view, but you're going to be seeing them like that, right? You are going to be seeing them head on. Now, you really have to pay attention to your meters, because right now this formation right here is indistinguishable from your angle. So you mark all these guys. How do you know if it's this or if it's this? Well, that's why you have to pay attention to their distance, and you really have to get a good three-dimensional look in your mind and start thinking of the battlefield in terms of this instead of that one-dimensional point of view. Now, anyway, the first structure that I wanted to talk about for today is what I'm going to be calling the diamond structure. Now, this is a very reliable one that I find. It's very offensive heavy, and it is great for providing overall team support. Now, it looks something like this. Now, my team, how I'm going to be doing this is always going to be silver. Enemy team's always going to be gold. So anyway, that structure right there is going to be the diamond structure. Now, there's only a few pieces to this puzzle. The first one is that this front guy has to be the disruptor. I would really want him to be the disruptor because he has that ring of disruption, you know what I mean? Fucks people up when they get close. These two I would prefer to be assault classes, preferably point man or predator. You can kind of fluctuate there, you know, tech, tank. I could even throw like diversionist or medic or something in there, but this guy right here in the back, he is your second most important piece. That is, well, probably even your most important. That is your scout, medic, guerrilla. This is your guy that's going to be doing two things: gathering intel and providing team support. Now, for the case like the scout, those are both the same thing. But this is the guy you want to protect, sitting in back. Now, he can also be here, but he can also be closer up and provide overall team support. Now, why is this structure just so? Why is it so good? Well, the reason is because it's very tight. It's hard to attack. So let's say, you know, and especially when you're playing against a team that can't think in terms of the three-dimensional, can't think where everybody is at one moment when they go to kill one person, they're going to try to take shots, you know, when they first see them. They may pick off this guy, let's say. Your guy takes out that guy. Well, now you have all three of these guys right here that can swoop in, kill that guy, get the revive, whatever. They all are covering each other. And most importantly, your first three guys are creating a buffer for this guy right back here. And now ultimately, I think the goal with this formation is on uplink and extraction modes, because you want to take, let's say this is the uplink slash HVT. Let's say they're right there. Your ultimate goal is going to be to nicely and tightly just sweep in and to take this HVT slash uplink and to totally cover it like that. That is the ultimate goal right there. If you can get to this, I would say it's even checkmate. You know what I mean? No pun intended. But that's the end of the match almost. If you can get your formation like that, it's a very tight structure. I have won numerous matches getting around the uplink like that. Because think about it, if someone's trying to attack you, you have every line of sight covered. You have everything covered. And, you know, most importantly, if you are able to take the middle in such a strong way like that, these guys are probably out fucking here, you know, fucking around there somewhere. They are not focused on that area. If you got up here and didn't have to pop any shots or didn't have to kill anybody, then they're fucking not there. It's obvious, you know what I mean? They left the middle totally open to you, and if you're able to take the middle with all four players like that, you're gonna fucking win. Hopefully that gives you something to think about for today. That is going to be the diamond formation. I am going to be coming up with, like, you know, plays, different formations, different things for different maps and whatnot. Now please go ahead and drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. I am doing a stream tomorrow. That's going to be my second stream of the week. I'm probably going to start streaming on Xbox on Thursdays, PS4 on Sundays, so then I get a chance to play with both of you guys, but we'll see how it goes. Tomorrow's probably going to be PS4. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, and stay tuned to that Saturday video.